It's your boy, Dom the Hustler, back at you with another reaction video. We finna react to the Samsung, A Quick Word. You already know I love all my Samsung songs, so let's go ahead and get right on into it.
Every night before I go to sleep, I speak to the man that rules above. He helps get me through these trying times. He guides my way and gets me through the mud. As a mortal man, I put my life in your hands, cause I know you'll do everything to steer me straight. And because of that, a lot of people tell me that I'm wrong, and they act like they're right, but it's clear they ain't. They smear your name, but I fear your reign. Some folks don't know how much you sacrificed, and when judgment day comes, they're gonna be sorry, cause they're all gonna have to pay a massive price. But I won't, cause I live for you. No matter how many of my peers doubt me, every breath I take and every step I make is in your name. That'll never change. Dear Fauci, Easter's coming up. Do you think that I could spend it with my loved ones? Maybe open up the window, let the wind blow. Maybe circulate the air, mix it up some. No, I was kidding too. It's just a little joke, I would never disapprove. I already put the chair 6 feet apart and cut a little hole in my mask big enough to get my spoon through. Yup, yes my lord. Vaccine cards are gonna get checked at the door. I don't care if my brother, my father, my mother doesn't have it. If they don't, they can go next door. They're not welcome at my table. I don't care if you've already had it. There ain't nothing you can tell me. This is fatal. I ain't buying into the junk that Trump sold you chumps. Fuck your narrative. I'm not gonna help you with your fable. I'm trying to keep my health stable. They don't even have their booster shots. They're my family and I love them to death, but they're gonna kill me if I let them in. Should I do it or not? And my friend keeps trying to convince me that he's fine cause he's been vaccinated, but it isn't the same. He only got 2 shots. That was 6 months ago. You gotta get 3. Now the definition has changed. He better stop bitching cause he might need 4. Maybe every quarter of the year there might be more. Why would you ask questions at a time like this? I mean, I could loot a Nike store. Always talking about natural immunity, vitamin C and capsules of glutamine, water and exercise, going to the gym and eating healthy, zinc and potassium. Ooh-wee. He probably loves Joe Rogan, and that's why his views are inapt. I mean, fucking immune systems? How stupid is that? When have we ever relied on those? Yeah, exactly, I don't know. What, before 2020? Don't be a dummy, you know that was such a long time ago. This is more than the flu, misfortune and doom. This is apples and oranges, a fork and a spoon. Just 2 different things that you can't even compare. And if you wanna go there, you're a moron if you do. Idiot, probably doesn't watch the news. He probably does his own research. He's a doctor too, thinks critically, informs an opinion to the best of his advantage. I mean, I can't even talk to you. Have you not seen the SNL skits? Rest in hell. Piece of shit, don't even go there. I know you've heard the songs with Stephen Colbert. I know you've seen all of those vaccine musicals on the late night shows. How could you not? And if you don't believe those, I don't think that's what Fauci would want, huh? Nah, fuck the AIDS pandemic. That was way back in the 80s, man, forget it. I don't care that you got everything wrong back then, too. This is like way damn different. I'm willing to give you a second chance and a 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. Man, I don't like to get into the technical shit. Just tell me how many more injections to get. Gain of function. That's just Republicans saying some dumb shit. I don't count that, fuck it. It's not about how many mistakes you make. It's when you make a mistake and how you bounce back from it. And you're real fucking good at that. There's so many things that have come to light. You could probably do something horrible like kill a dog and nobody would even... Oh, right. I don't mind.
Dude, my dude Samson, man, he's killing it. I love how every single song he makes has a message. And this one right here definitely has a message. I'm not vaccinated, but I agree with everything he's saying. Like, everybody's getting booster shots every... Tell me they didn't tell us at first that all you needed was the vaccine and you wouldn't have COVID. Then they switched the narrative. Tell, oh, you can still get COVID, and what's the point of getting a shot? And then not only that, no, there's a big point to get the shot because they were denying us health care. They were denying us, they were denying us jobs. They were doing a bunch of shit. Samson's talking facts. I love it. I wouldn't doubt if he was shadow banned because of the stuff he says, because sometimes I think I get shadow banned for the stuff I say because I don't want to get too deep because I can get deep in the vortex. But my boy Samson's killing it. Let me go ahead and listen to the rest of this song because I love it already. He got some nice ass flow. He knows how to kill it. And if he's making his own beats, yo, he's doing a good ass job at that too, because he knows how to attack the beats, and hey, he's finding some good ass beats.
If you butchered beagles, you can murder my grandma. I wouldn't look at it as evil, as long as one of them doesn't do it with their careless actions. Maskless, ruthless people. It's like folks don't believe in you anymore. All the faith and the trust is gone. I don't care that you put hounds 6 feet deep in the ground. I always root for the underdog. Alright, I'm done fucking around. Insanity is doing the same thing again and again and then expecting a different result. That's not the exact definition of the word. It was Einstein's, but it makes sense, so it holds. Look, if I was your fitness coach and I was giving you routines to get to your goals, but you kept getting fatter and you weren't getting thinner, would you keep paying for me to assist you? No. Or better yet, what if I was your physician and you came to me with a sickness and I'm supposed to fix it, and I gave you a bunch of prescriptions and they didn't work over the course of 2 years? Would you find someone different? good chance you would. And if you wouldn't, guess what? It's your choice. And that's the good thing about living in America, at least until now, you had a voice. This has been a pain in the ass for everybody. It's really been a bitch from the start. But how many times you gotta get fucked before you realize they don't have your best interests at heart?
I love that view. Got a nice ass view on that video. Yeah, I'm definitely about to support my boy Samson because he's over there telling the truth. This is something you really need. This is what should be, you know, pushed on the main narrative. Ooh, and the slow down on the beat. I love that shit. Yeah, this was a great ass song because we were getting denied healthcare. We were getting denied a bunch of shit just because we wasn't vaccinated. It's your choice to be vaccinated. Don't get me wrong. I believe people should get vaccinated that have comorbidities, like, you know, like overweight, stuff like that. I don't want to give vaccine advice because YouTube will hate that, and you know they hate anything vaccine related. But I mean, definitely a controversial song, which I think all Samson songs are controversial. But hey, it brings out the topic that people need to speak about because we all had a choice till then. They were trying to deny us our choice, and now they're trying to take away our voice. Which, because I believe, because they can't take away our guns, they're trying to take away our voice, which is, you know, that's the government. And yo, there was this one dude that says that cops should legally be able to drag us out of our house and drive us to the hospital and jab a needle in our arm, which was a politician that says that. You know what's crazy about the politicians? They were exempt from the vaccines. I don't know why, but it seems very, very, you know, odd that the politicians were exempt from the vaccines, but yet our police officers and our healthcare workers and, you know, our important people that's working the front line had to get vaccinated. And, you know, I necessarily don't agree with that, but guess what? They don't care. They don't care about our decisions. They don't care about our choices anymore. They don't care that the vaccine didn't have not nearly enough, you know, test to really, you know, give us a clear idea of what's going to go on when we take these vaccines. Because if you guys seen what happened to Justin Bieber, I think he got Bell Posby and half of his face got numb. I got to check up on him. Hopefully he's okay, because that happened a few months ago, and he was saying it was related to the, you know, the jab. And if that's the case, I think Justin Bieber is probably as old as I am. And that's kind of scary to think about or even hear about. And a lot of our kids that got the jab, which I don't think any kid should have a jab or get jabbed, but yet they had to get jabbed to go to school. Even people my age had to get jabbed to attend the college, which is ridiculous. Hey, it's your choice to get vaccinated. I know there's the jab warriors out here probably going crazy, about to go fucking rip my walls down. But hey, if you're healthy, I don't think you need the jab. And I told a story earlier about my coworker's wife. She passed away because her brother came in with COVID, but yet she was really old. I believe people that are, you know, above 50 probably should get the jab. Probably, you know. But the thing is, like, the chicken pox, the measles, all those vaccines, I feel like they've been well studied. And, you know, I don't think this one has been well studied, not studied enough. And the crazy part is, I don't really want to talk about that pea company, but those guys have they did something to where they don't want to bring out the studies till 75 years. And you know what's weird about that? I think it's because they know because they know the jab is technically not good for us, and they don't have enough studies to really give us, you know, the exact results that they don't even know. You know, they're just jabbing shit in their arms and making a big profit. That's what I really think it's all about, is this profit. Because if you guys don't know, the medical industry is just a big profit organization, which is crazy. Hey, I'm not the only one saying this, so hopefully I'm not, you know, sparking anyone's brains. But hey, they got us taking pills for years that doesn't cure, that temporarily cures the situation, but even though they got drugs that can permanently cure the situation. But the reason why they'll give us the temporary cure, because we're going to keep coming back, keep buying these pills, and keep giving them money. And that's the large scheme of things. And I think that's part of it with the vaccine. When they came out with 4 or 5 boosters, 6 boosters, I'm like, Jesus Christ, I can't even keep up with all these boosters. But what was really stopping me, what I was really disagreeing with, which is probably still going on in other countries, that we couldn't travel if we wasn't vaccinated. We couldn't travel unless we got a goddamn COVID test. You know what's crazy about the antigen test? They said that the person who made the antigen test, which was before, the COVID situation, he said that they were testing us at a high, like 60 or something. Like they put it up too high, which was giving us a bunch of false negatives. And he was saying that like we should have been tested at like 20 something. I don't know the exact words, but they said the antigen test was way too high, and it was giving a bunch of false negatives. And with that being said, it's like a lot of people are off work. A lot of people didn't get that 2 weeks pay off. You know what I'm saying? Or a lot of people couldn't afford taking 2 weeks off. But hey, a lot of shit's going down. It's that whole pandemic started a scheme-demic, like a scam-demic, I should say, because if you guys heard what's going on down with LA, a lot of people are dying. Like yesterday, I took yesterday off because one of my favorite rappers passed away, PNB, RMP PNB Rock, because he got gunned down in LA because his baby mama dropped the location. But everybody's blaming his baby mama, but I'm thinking it's because he was in South Central LA, and it's just a bad area in general. And you never know who made that call. It could have been the cook, could have been somebody by him, down there, everybody's looking for a lick. Anybody that sees a rapper, they're like, oh yeah, I hope he's lacking, we gonna catch him lacking. Ain't no reason he should have killed that man. He was bleeding out in Roscoe's Chicken. Man, that shit's crazy. Another rapper, Sauce Walker, he almost passed away. They were trying to steal him for his chain, but I believe his security guard shot the dude that was trying to rob him. But at first, I think he was saying that he was trying to rob somebody else before that. It's crazy down there in LA, and that's what this is starting off. But the reason why I bring that up is because everybody was getting these PPP loans. And a lot of those dudes were living off those PPP loans, but now Trump's not in office. That shit got shut down. So a lot of these people that don't want to go back to work, they're looking for a quick come up. And it's just crazy how, they're trying to take out rappers. Anybody in LA, they're just scoping around the whole block. Everybody's getting robbed in broad daylight. And the only reason I'm bringing up LA because it's happening in LA a lot. Like the government was saying, it's the purge. There's not really much we can do down here. We don't recommend nobody to come down here for Christmas or holidays. I'm just like, damn, it's like that. And you know what else is crazy? I should have brought this up on the A-Cal video. I know because he's I believe he's living in Chicago, and if he really is, I recommend him to get the hell out of there, just for the simple fact that starting January 1st, 2023, that there's going to be a bunch of non-detainable offenses. What I mean by that is that basically you're going to get a court date and bring right back out on the streets. They're not going to detain you, which is crazy. But I can see why they're doing that, because they're just saying my thinking is like, okay, if they're going to do these, offenses, they're just going to go back out and commit more offenses and more crimes, and they're just going to, rack them up. And I'm thinking they're going to get paid by that, because I don't really know how the jail system works exactly, but hey, they're letting basically drug-induced vehicular homicide, like that's a non-detainable offense, trespassing, burglary, kidnapping, threatening a public offender, second-degree murder, drug-induced murder, like all this shit. They're just going to let these people right back out on the streets beginning of 2023, January 1st in Chicago, Illinois. Yo, that place is about to be crazy. That's going to be the real purge. And I feel really bad for the people that's living in Chicago, because it's already a bad place to be. And if other states really trying to do the same thing, man, America's gonna be fucked. And it's like, yo, I don't even think law enforcement agrees with that in Chicago. And it's like the mayor signed this 700-page bill. I doubt he read that whole thing. 700 pages, that's like a Harry Potter book. I doubt he read that. But he thought he was doing something good. But hey, we're going to see how this turns out, man. And if A-Cal's down there, please get out of there. But hey, Samson, you did a real good job on this song, man. You really touched up on a lot of things. And I love the way you bring the message in like a joking manner, but he's serious at the same time. And he got flow with it too, which is really, really, I love that shit. Because it's interesting. Because not only he's speaking facts, he's creative with it. Not too many people are doing this, because a lot of this rap nowadays is not speaking the truth at all whatsoever. They're just pushing a narrative that these main record industries, music industry people want to push. And I can say it again and again. I said it again and again. They just want to push they want to push drug influence. They want to push gun influence and yada 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 yada. You know what I'm saying? I technically don't agree with it necessarily, but it's catchy music. But that's the thing. The catchy music gets you influenced, and boom, there you are listening to that shit all day. And what is that gonna make you do? You probably want to condone in that coonery, but hey, it is what it is. It's Dom the Hustler Gang in the motherfucking house, and we are out. I babbled for a little too long, if you ask me.